Good day, guys. Being here. Today we're going to talk about the material library. Okay. So first, let's go create. We're going to create a new project. So from this architectural template, and let's go back to this. So first, okay. So let's talk about how to create a new material. So go back here. So go to Manage Material. So in this, so you will see a list of materials. So these materials are already in this project. Okay. So if you need to create a new material, so you click on this and then choose create. So you have two options. I'll just show you the difference. So if you create a new material, so it will create a new material here, this one. And then you can, so if you want to change the name, you can right click and rename. And so let me just name it new 01. Okay, so, and then that's it. So this is a new material, but we haven't changed anything here. So the next step is I'm going to quickly talk about all these settings, all the different tabs of this material. Okay, usually, generally, so these are 1, 2, 3. We will see 1, 2, 3. So the first one's identity. So this is the name. So if I change this one, it will also change the name here. So, okay, see? I'll change it back. Yeah. So description. So you can just type in. So you can just type in some text here. So this is like a category. Yeah. Class. So you can choose a category for it, and then comments. Of course, just comments. It's all text. You can just type in text to describe this material. Okay. So yeah, keyword. I think the same, similar. Okay, so product information. So sometimes all these materials, so you can just type in, or for example, this is some brand, there's some manufacturer name, just type in a name, models, cost, and yeah, so a website address. So, and these two are quite useful. So okay, so let me just quickly, so Keynote. Yeah, Keynote. If you're going to use Keynote, so you need to do some setting first. So so this one, it's showing this. This is because let me just finish. Click on OK. So this is a setting. I think you need to go to where's Keynote? Here. So go to Annotate Keynote. Okay. So and if you use click on the Keynote setting, so this is currently a setting. So this will this is a text file, txt file. Currently, it's this project is using. So which means if you let me just go click on browse and find this text file. So see this one. If I right click, so you can use Notepad. Notepad is okay. And also you can use Excel if you want to. So you will see this is a list of in this Keynote text file. So which means, so there's a number, usually there's a number or a code in front with a tab. So, and then a description. Okay. So, and then, so for example, if I, let's just, I just put in something here. So for example, if I type in a material, I'll call it M1, okay, M01. So this is a code I just type in a tab, tab tab, and then I'll just I'll just call it new material 01, and then I'll just save this file. Okay, it's asking me to, I'll just save it to 01, or maybe just type in new. Okay, so new, save, and close this, and I'll cancel this. I'll just browse and change this to the new one, so which is this one, open, and okay, so reloaded successfully. So okay, and okay. So now if I go back to the manage, go back to the material, so the new one, if I go to add identity, Keynote, if I type in I think it's M01, right? And click OK. So now if I, okay, so how do I use it? Okay, so let me just do a model in place. I'll just use generic model and create a extrusion and okay. And I'll just use that material, new one, and okay. So now finish it. So now if I go to annotate, I'll use material keynote. So keynote, material keynote, and type it. So you will see currently it's showing me it's showing M01. Okay, and also depending on what the keynote is. So for example, the number, show the number, and show the text. So this is how you use keynote. Yeah, so okay, so and remember the information of this is saved in that txt file. Okay, so now let's go back to the material and have a look at the other one. So this is mark. It's very similar to Keynote, but this information will be saved in oh, sorry. So this is just a code. So you can just type in. So for example, I'll type in M01 as well, but it's not linked to the Keynote. So it will be used for. Let me just use. So this can be used for the instead of material Keynote. Where's Keynote here? Instead of material Keynote, so which is this one. And this can be used for material tag. So okay, so if I tag this one, so currently it's showing a question mark, a question. So which it is because the label in this tag, it's I think it's pointing to some other parameter. So let's have a look of this tag. So you will see this is edit label. It's pointing to the description. Okay. So what you can do is you can I'll just leave this description there. I'll also add this mark. So I just move this mark up. So now we have two. Maybe just let me just edit. Just add a break. So we'll come down there. So now load this into the project, and it will show M01. And also because there's no description, so if I go back to material, add some description to this material, which is here. So let me just type in something. Okay, so you see it was showing here. Okay, so tag, so which means tag, all the tag, the labels in the tag will be showing all. Hang on, let me just go back. So all these information, can be, except this Keynote, can be used for the tag. Okay, so you can just tag. So all the information will be saved in this project in the material. So it's not different to the Keynote, which the information of this new material or one is saved in that txt file. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so let's continue. So also the other tab. So let's go back to material again, and okay, so this is all the identity, and then graphics. Graphics, let me just show you so quickly. So for first, this color is the color for shade. Okay, so currently it's 121. It's a gray color. So this color is used if you change this one. So see this one to shade, and it will show this color. And so of course, let me just show you if you change it to red, and okay, apply, become red. All right, and okay, so let me just change this to a light gray color. So now of course, surface pattern. So you can just change the pattern. So for example, if I change this, so this, if I change this to solid, this will overwrite this color. So I'll show you. If I change it to solid to blue, not blue, but yeah, kind of blue. So you will see it will overwrite this. So imagine that's a solid fill on top of this. So you won't see any of this gray color. In the foreground, of course, you can. And also, let me just try this. I use solid again. So once again, the foreground fill will override. Of course, if you use some pattern, you won't. You can still see this gray line. Can you see the gray pattern and with the solid background? Okay, so and then of course this is a cut pattern. So if this geometry is it's high tall enough, and you can cut it, and then you won't. If you cut this one, you won't see this, and then instead you see these cut patterns. Okay, so all these colors for shade, these are for, I think it's for both hidden line and the shade. So let me change this to hidden line, so you will still see this color. Okay, but if you use realistic, so you won't see any of these, because realistic, it's all using this setting, appearance setting. So let me just click OK and change this to realistic. So you will see now you won't able to see any patterns. So go back to material appearance. So what you see is kind of this gray color, but sometimes there will be some light shade or kind of setting will affect the color of this. So let me just change this to orange and apply. Okay, so see orange color. Okay, and also depending on the light setting. So if we go to here, so graphic display option, so these will so for example here, these will affect the color. So you will see slightly different again. So you just need to adjust your yeah. Okay, so it's all depending on what the light angles or different times, all the color will change. Okay, so let's go back to material. So these are all the appearance, and of course you can change, and all these are useful when you do some render image. So reflectivity, transparency, all these. You can cut holes, but only visible in I think in rendered image. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's all the properties of material. So now let's go back to here. So now, how to copy materials from one project to other project. Okay, so now let me show you. So I have this material, and if I have another if I create another project. So for example, if I create a new project, and this time, instead of use a template, I choose none, which means if I click OK, Revit will ask me which unit I'm going to use. So I'll use metric. And then this is a project without any extra element. So it's very limit option. So if I go to material, you will see there's very limited material here. So instead of hundreds of materials, there's only very limited items or materials. And even if I create a wall, that's only one wall, one curtain wall. So all minimum. So now if I go back to, so if I wanted to copy this material into this project, so what should I do? The easiest way, so just copy the item with this material. So for example, this is a model in place, generic model. If I Control C, go to this new project, Control V, place it here, and then I don't even need to keep it. I can just delete it straight away. And now if I go to material, so you will see it's already here. Okay, it's already here. So yeah, so this is a first method you can do. You can copy material from one project to the other project. So the other way is, let me just, and also you can, let me just delete this one. Okay, so if I delete this new material, let's try again. So this time, so what you can do is with this project opened, so you need to open both project and then go to this new project. So there's an option. So you can go to let me think here. So manage. So you will see this transfer project standards. So if you click on this, so you have all these. So first you just need to choose if you have other project. So you probably have more option you can choose from. So currently we only have 2 projects, so there's only one option. So you can choose, so which is this one, and then all these options. So you can check, you can pick. So let's just check now, okay? Because I only want to copy the material. So just go down to M material, check this one, and click OK. So now Revit will ask you, because some of the material they are using the same names, so you will see. So Revit is asking you what you want to do if this already exists in this project. So you can choose, what you can choose is overwrite, which means you will copy the material from this project into this new project and overwrite the materials in this new project. Okay, or you can just use this one. So which means only copy the new, not new, only copy the materials not in this project already. So only those not in this project. So what we can do is we can just click on new only. So now let's go to material. So you will see a new N and EW here. So you'll see this material is being copied from this project into this. Okay, so that's how you can copy material. So the last one, yeah, so that's a question. Do you, it's up to you. So sometimes it's easier. So you can, of course you can. So for example, this project, so all these materials, some of the materials being used. So if you have a look over this, some of the materials being used for example, for some walls type, some roof type. So if I go, let me just draw a wall, and for example, this brick veneer wall. So you will see if I go edit type. So all these materials, you will see this masonry, brick brown, or the timber, all these materials being used for these wall types. So you can just leave it like this, which means all the materials in this library, okay, all material in library. So this is one way to have your material, but I think it's probably, you can also, the other way to do a material library is you can just use some families, for example, to place. So for example, I'll just even a model in place is still okay. So for example, if you edit in place, select this model, and you can actually create a material parameter for this model in place family. So you just need to click on this and create a new. So for example, I'll just call it a material. Okay, so and also just choose the instance parameter and OK and OK. So now if you select, let me just drag, make it smaller. Okay, so make it very, not very small, but relatively small, and then this is a family. Okay, so you can have it there, and then if you sorry, we need to finish this model. So I'll just delete this maybe. Select this one. Select this model in place family, so you will see this material. So it's an instance parameter, so you can just change it here. So you can pick any material you like. So for example, currently I have this one, and then you can copy or even array. I'll make 10 of them, and of course select all SA ungroup. So each one, so they are not in a group, so you can change the instance parameter for each one, and then you can just have a list of, it's just like a sample file. So instead of a sample file of, for example, different mold type, so this will be a sample file of material, so more visual. You can directly see what this. So if for example, if I change this to a brick, okay, and then you can change this to a different material, so it's easier for you to, so for example, tile, something like that, okay, and once you have this all listed in a project, or not project, or you can we can say a sample file. So next time, if you want to, you can just, I want this material, maybe this one, and the Control C, Control V, so, and copy into your other project. So this is another method to have your material library. So it's more visual, easier to control, I think. But yeah, it's up to you. Okay, so let me just go back to, oops, sorry, wrong one. Yeah, I think so previously we talked about create a new material. So if we go click on here, create a new material. Yeah, so if you create a new material, it will create a new material that not linked to any of existing. But if you, so for example, let me just find my new O1. Okay, so this one, if you right click on this and duplicate, so, and this one, so let me change it to O2. So this material, so you will see everything of these settings currently is the same, right? So under graphics, and if I change it to appearance, so we'll see everything here. It's all the same, but because I duplicate a material from this O1 and become the O2, if I go to appearance, if I do not click on this one, if I do not duplicate the asset, and if I change this color, this will also affect this O1. Okay, so for example, I want to change this one, or even let me just replace this asset and go to appearance library. So I'll just pick in a random, I don't know, maybe this one. Okay, click on this one and close this one. So now you will see if you go to new O1. Okay, sorry, I was wrong. I thought I will also change this one, but it looks like it's all good, because if I replace this asset, which means it will replace with a different one. But if let me just show you again. So this is okay. So if you replace asset, it will become two different assets. Okay. So if I go again, right click this one, maybe right click, duplicate, change it to O3. Okay. But this time, instead of click on replace this asset, I directly change the color without click on this duplicate asset. So if I change this to this color, and click OK. And then if you go back to 01, so you will see we'll change both material. Okay. So what we need to do is if we duplicate a material and only want to, for example, change the color, change some setting here, and if you don't want to affect any the existing material, so you need to duplicate assets. So this is something like when I first start Revit, like I took a long time to figure out what's happening to my materials. So let's do it again. So if I change this one, I'll just change this color back to that orange color. Okay, so this will change both this one and this one. So just wait for apply. Yeah, so you'll see. And now this time we just need to click on this one, duplicate asset, and then change the color. And okay, apply. So now 01 is still orange. 03 become blue. And also, yeah, this sometimes it takes a little time to update this thumbnail. So don't worry too much about this. Okay, so orange, blue. Okay, so just one more time. So this is some standard steps. So duplicate, change the name. Okay, duplicate asset, change color. Oh, yes. So if you do it this way, duplicate, click on this, change color. So this will not affect previous material. Okay, so I think that's all. Yeah, that's it, I think. So if you have any question, please let me know. I'll see you next time. Okay, next time we'll do some messing, exciting. Okay, so thanks. See you soon. Bye.